Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a chaotic Jan van Haasteren puzzle, Pool Pile-Up. These Wimmel-Style scenes are packed with jokes, recurring characters and tons of visual chaos. Here's a puzzle tip for these chaotic scenes. Watch for color clusters and familiar faces. They'll save you a lot of time. Here's the jumble of pieces I'm starting with. Messy, but that's half the fun. Let's jump into the time-lapse and see this 1000 piece puzzle come together. As the last few pieces are placed, let's take a closer look at what makes Jan van Haasteren puzzles so popular. These chaotic cartoon scenes have a massive fan base. As per his website, puzzlers put down more than 1 billion of his pieces each year. These puzzles have grown so popular that there's now a full studio of artists carrying on his busy, humorous style. They're challenging, fun, and packed with tiny details that keep you looking closely at every corner. One of the best parts of these puzzles is the recurring Easter eggs hidden in every scene. You can almost always spot the famous shark fin somewhere along with the mischievous octopus and the ever-confused police officer trying to make sense of the chaos. Plus, a host of other surprises scattered throughout the artwork. Finding these little details is part of the fun. So here's the completed image. And after this quick pan, I'll show you an alternative view where the puzzle collapses inward and I rebuild it from the center out. Now we shift our attention to the next puzzle in the lineup, Oasis by Smile Education. This vintage Wimmel-Style scene comes from a now hard-to-trace South African publisher, and it uses a single repeating piece shape, making it trickier than it looks. Let's see how we fare time-wise in the upcoming time-lapse, and afterwards I'll share some thoughts on the puzzle. can see, the completed Oasis puzzle is a chaotic desert party scene illustrated by RJ Crisp and published by Smile Education, a South African educational toy company from the 1990s and early 2000s. The scene is packed with bikers, circus tents, lively festival goers, and hundreds of tiny humorous details. Classic Wimmel-Style fun. Nearly every piece shares the same basic structure, 2 ins and 2 outs. The exact shapes vary slightly, but because the connections are consistent, you can't rely on shape alone. Only color and detail guide the fit. Similar tones and busy sections create plenty of false fits, making the puzzle deceptively tricky. Wimmel-Style puzzles like these are popular for their chaotic, humorous scenes, standing out from more traditional types. Next, we'll explore an alternative build approach, giving a fresh perspective on how this puzzle comes together. And that wraps up another puzzle build here on Pierre Solves. We've gone from the poolside chaos of Jan van Haasteren to the desert party madness of the Oasis puzzle. 2 very different takes on Wimmel-Style illustration, each with its own charm and challenge. It's always fun seeing how these scenes come together in the end. That brings this build to a close. If you'd like to see more, the Puzzle Builds playlist has a mix of all kinds of puzzles waiting. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next video.